that smoke, that nickname, smoke, it is so badass. The logo on your belt, on all your fire suits. I don't know if we've ever got to the bottom of that. We know it's smoke, but when and where and when did you realize they were naming you that?
Well, it's evolved, let's say, over the years, but it started at IRP in Indianapolis at Raceway Park. And I was driving a USAC sprint car for Steve Chrisman, and him and his family live about 30 minutes from here in southern Indiana. And I don't remember exactly what happened that started it, but came off of turn 4 and 2 of us banged wheels, and I got sideways, and it slid right past the end of the pit wall going into turn 1 and slid in the grass. Well, you've been to IRP, you remember what's down there, light poles.
Yeah.
So went sliding by the light poles, probably about 10, 15 feet away from, which would have been a disaster if we'd hit those. And got back in, and the brother, the older brother, and he's strictly 100% farmer, goes, "Man, you about smoked those poles, bud."
Oh,
So he started calling me Smoker all the time. And that car that I was driving had a tunnel ram injection. So it literally had 2 intakes about this big around. I mean, when you open it, it was like flushing a toilet. But instead of 8 little small stacks, it had 2 big butterflies that opened up, and it would go lean very easy there. So it made it a little hard to drive on the exit of the corner. So I was always hazing the tire a little bit. I was still learning throttle control and how to manage, at that time, about 750 horsepower. So get away from the USAC side, and I went IndyCar racing with Team Menard, and we blew motors up left and right. And the IndyCar guys knew my nickname was Smoke, but they kind of changed the meaning of it to, well, we had smoke coming out of the back of this thing. It goes, there goes smoke again, blowing another motor up. So it's changed over the years, the definitions as we went to different series and teams, but it started at IRP in a sprint car.